Welcome to the news update at the top of the hour. 4 residents of Imo State are dead following the collapse of a 2-story building in Owerri. At least 5 other occupants of the building escaped with their injuries. Reports say the cause of the building collapse is due to a structural defect, as the landlord is alleged to have added 2 more floors to the building without approval. The Imo State Governor, Rochas Okorocha, who visited the scene earlier, described the incident as very sad. Meanwhile, the Imo State Police Commissioner, Chris Ezike, noted that no arrest has been made, but the landlord of the building is currently at large. The sole administrator and chairman of Abia State Oil Producing and Development Commission, Henry Chilaka, has challenged youths to take the right step to becoming the great and shun violence and cultism. He decried the lack of funding that holds most ministries to ransom without making impact in their field. But Chilaka called on the government to focus more on youth development at rural communities to gear them towards making them useful. The federal government has been charged to allocate more funds to the health sector because of the rising cases of diabetes, high blood pressure, and other diseases. Some health workers gave the advice in Akure during an event to educate residents on the need to know their health status. They rendered free medical services to the people. A socio-cultural group in Nigeria, Ndieze Igbo in diaspora worldwide, has condemned the ultimatum given to Igbos living in the north by some Arewa youths. At a press conference in Lagos, the group maintained that the Igbos are stakeholders in Nigeria and can reside anywhere in the country. The group also further solicited for peaceful coexistence amongst ethnic groups in the country, warning groups to desist from making hate speeches capable of breaking down the peace and unity of the country. More relief has come the way of people in southern Kaduna affected by the crisis between armed Fulani militia and farmers. The items include toiletries, food items, and body warmers, among others. Presenting the items in Kafanchan, the Southern Kaduna People's Union frowned at the retrogression brought their way by the instability. The items are efforts of well-spirited natives of the region from both far and near. And although peace has returned to the area, the Southern Kaduna natives say they hope for better days ahead. The General Manager of the Lagos State Infrastructure Maintenance Regulatory Agency, Babatunde Ojekule, says the agency will soon embark on a statewide regulatory inspection of infrastructure. He said the exercise, which is scheduled to commence in September, will be carried out by duly certified site inspection representatives of the agency. He said this will enable the agency to develop a comprehensive database of communication cell sites, including towers, masts, and other equipment, to enhance efficiency and effectiveness of a regulatory oversight. And that's a wrap on the news update. Up next is the weather report.
And we're back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria's time for sports.
And Super Mike is here to give us that update.
I like the way that sounds. Super Mike.
Super Mike. Because you're doing some really back-breaking jobs this morning.
Okay, thank you very much, Yomi Antiti. And Nigeria's home-based Super Eagles lost 1-0 to Benin Republic in the first leg of the 2018 African Nations Championship in Cotonou. An 89th minute penalty scored by Benin skipper Seibu Mama gave the Squirrels the advantage heading into the return leg, which comes up on Saturday, the 19th of August at the Sani Abacha Stadium in Kano State. The overall winner will qualify for the next year's CHAN in Kenya. Plateau United have consolidated their spot at the top of the Nigerian Professional Football League after edging MFM FC 1-0 in Jos on Sunday. Ibe Johnson's third-minute opener was enough to secure the vital 3 points for Kennedy Boboye's men. So, with victory in what is regarded as the title decider, Plateau now lead the log with 62 points, 6 points above MFM in second place. Plateau are now unbeaten in 36 home matches at the Rang Palm Stadium. Aqua United also closed the gap on MFM with a 3-0 thrashing of Niger Tornadoes. Champions, Rangers, pipped Sunshine Stars 1-0. Eyimba also saw off ABS 3-0. And now for you aficionados of the English game, Manchester United go top of the Premier League after the first round of matches with a 4-0 thrashing of West Ham United. Romelu Lukaku haunted the Hammers yet again, as he netted twice on his league debut at Old Trafford. And of course that was before Anthony Martial and Paul Pogba completed the scoring against West Ham. Great goal by Pogba, by the way. But then Lukaku has now scored 11 times in his last 11 league appearances against the Hammers. Meanwhile, they've now lost their opening Premier League game of the season for the 11th time. That's talking about the Hammers. Tottenham also opened their campaign with a 2-0 win at Newcastle as the Magpies' top-flight return was sullied by Jonjo Shelvey's red card. Ali made Shelvey's teammates pay while he met a Christian Eriksen cross at the back post in the 61st minute, and Ben Davies slotted the second soon after. And then on a sad day for Nigerian sports in general, the IAAF World Championship has ended in London and Team Nigeria finished without a medal. Nigeria had kept hopes of a medal after reaching the final of the 4x400 relay. But the Nigerian quartet made up of Patience George, Onome Nathaniel, Emerald Igwim and Yinka Ajayi finished 5th in 3 minutes 26.72 seconds. Olympic champions, the United States, reclaimed their world title as Jamaica suffered more injury heartbreak in the final. Jamaica had been in the lead, but American Allyson Felix surged clear of the field as USA clinched gold in a world-leading time of 3 minutes 19.02 seconds. Poland came third in 3 minutes 25.41 to take bronze. And then, of course, transfer news. This is where I need to get Yomi back.
So where are we now on the negotiations?
I don't really. You have to be here to support me because you see, this is the amounts make my head spin.
I know.
But Felipe Coutinho, it's still off and on, going back and forth. But he probably would leave.
Yeah, because I think everyone is saying, look, he's under pressure to move, and the money just keeps increasing.
Yeah.
Almost on a daily basis.
Okay. Jurgen Klopp, coach of Liverpool, insists Felipe Coutinho's Liverpool future will be determined by the club's owners as Barcelona bid to land the want-away Brazilian star. Coutinho is keen to join Barcelona and has submitted a transfer request. The 25-year-old is Barcelona's top target to replace Neymar. Barca had a £90 million bid for Coutinho rejected this week, prompting the player's decision to demand a move. And now this is even made much more serious. Barca lost to Real Madrid, so there's pressure. They will up it.
Of course.
It will get to like 110, 120.
Yeah, it probably gets, eventually they'll probably settle for 120 million. That's my thinking.
That's what I think it will get to. All right, and then Arsenal have all but given up on signing Thomas Lemar from Monaco, accepting that the club are unlikely to sell him until next summer. Monaco continue to hold their stance that the 19-year-old will not be sold despite being chased by Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid. And the reality of having to pass on Lemar for now means that Arsenal are unlikely to make any further signings this summer. Well, it was a very interesting match, of course, against Leicester City and all of that, and they got to win. Sanchez didn't play. He probably would stay because they don't mind. They want to risk losing him for free at the end of the season. So I think Arsenal will have it good this season.
I think they will. They've got a strong team.
Strong team. Okay. Cool. And on that note, we come to the end of Sports Update. Me and Titi.
Wow, thanks so much,
I
Mike.
can't stop crushing on this your dress.
What, you like
I don't
the dress?
understand what you're
I
saying.
love it.
You like the dress?
In front
I
of me,
actually
you're
like
saying
it too.
that where I'm seated.
I'm not seeing you.
Seriously?
At this point in time, it's only Titi I see.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, so
I
we're
wanted to
moving
look
straight-
bright this Monday, you know.
Yeah, but that's good. I think that's good for our viewers as well, to wake them up.
It's about time for us to take another look at the newspaper headlines. And sadly, on the cover of the Vanguard, there's been a bit of panic. 1 week after the Ozubulu killings, panic as gunmen killed 2 near the Onitsha church. Policeman, Okada rider shot dead. But Anambra government is saying no church attack in Onitsha. There's also a headline here about LASMA. LASMA arrests 8 officials over bribe taking. You can find info about that on page 10. And let's see what we have here. Lassa fever on high alert as Ogun confirms 1 case. There's an image of the Miss Nigeria USA pageant here, section of that apparently happened. The pageant happened on Saturday in New York.
Yeah.
If you want to find out a bit more about that,
And
you
there's
should.
we now have a
we-
reigning queen.
Yes, we do.
As
Yes,
it
we
were.
do. Find out more about that in the Vanguard.
All right. And then a policeman shot dead near Anambra Church. That's the headline of the Daily Sun this morning. That's the same headline that we have in the Vanguard. That's a lot of headaches for the Anambra state government. An Ozubulu tragedy, the leadership response. You would find that also on the cover of the Daily Sun. And there's a story at the bottom on the cover still of the Daily Sun, and it says, Nigeria will boil if Kanu is arrested. That's a statement by Masob. Then IPOB protests members' arrest in Bayelsa. And then also, speaking over the weekend during the International Youth Day, Obasanjo to youths, seize power from old politicians. Seize power from old politicians. And then, still on the cover of the Daily Sun, APC no match for PDP. That's the governor of Rivers State, Wike, speaking there. Opposition party can't unseat us, says APC in response to that. And then at the bottom of the page of the Daily Sun, it says Calabar Channel contract. Nigerian Ports Authority panel recommends payment. You will find that story inside on page 46. And that's all of that on the cover of the Daily Sun this morning.
Okay, so something smells good.
Yeah, something smells very
Something
like
smells
melting
really
butter,
good.
I think.
I can smell some plantain. I can smell something sweet.
Beyonce will not stop stir-frying the
Something.
whole world.
I don't know what.
Everything
he's
has to be stir-fried.
All I can say is I wish I was in the kitchen right now. Let's head there.
Why do you wish you were in the kitchen?
Well, unfortunately for you, Titi,
I'm
I'm the one in the kitchen today.
You just said stir fry. Are we about to stir fry pancake butter?
Well,
All right. So, where are we, Beyonce?
Yes. We've mixed our wet and dry ingredients, and this is how your batter is supposed to look like.
Okay, so
You know.
for the benefit of our viewers just tuning in, can you
Yeah.
let us through briefly
Okay.
what this mixture is
Yes,
about?
this contains flour,
Okay.
milk, vegetable oil, vanilla essence, baking powder, and mashed bananas with
Mashed
salt.
banana with salt.
Yes.
A little bit of salt to taste.
Yes, a little bit of salt to taste. Now, I said we're making banana bread pancakes with a twist.
Banana bread.
Now,
pancake.
this is the wonderful twist to it.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. Ooh, cereal.
Yes, cereal.
All
You know,
right, this is getting interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Beyonce, I thought you live in Surulere. So you're taking out the pack like Kanajebo.
Just insult me with. Oh. So, just in case your child is like, you know, Mom, I want cereal and I want pancake. And
Okay.
You're like, how is this going to work out? You know, just fold in a bit of cereal
This
into
is
it.
very surprising.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say shocking, but it is surprising. I've never seen this before.
Yeah. I'm the one that can do things like this now.
trust me. So what you do is you're folding it in, and it's going to give you a bit of crunch while you're eating your pancakes. So you're not just eating pancakes, you're eating something that has crunch in it, and it's a delightful surprise to
Wow.
it.
I'm not exactly sure how this is going to turn out, so my fingers
Yes,
are crossed.
they always say that, you know, they're like, I can remember when I made the orange chili glaze, and Mary was like, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to taste, and she finished the whole thing.
Okay, so is there any other kind of cereal you could use apart from this kind of cereal?
You could go with your normal, regular cereals, anyone you want, but I like this because it has a bit of chocolate in it.
Oh,
so
okay.
instead of putting chocolate chips in, I can just replace this with it, and it has a bit of crunch and bite to it.
Oh, okay. Crunch and bite.
Yes.
I love anything that's crunchy.
So, right about now, we are about to...
Okay. So while you're busy doing that over there, I'm just going to
Yep.
I'm just going to help you fold this in, like you'd say.
Yes,
Fold it
just
in.
fold it in, and that is all you need.
Fold it in. Okay, so what would you advise we take this with?
Well, I made a caramel sauce,
Oh.
which I was going to reveal later.
Yeah. I really don't understand why Beyonce is...
I was going to reveal that later, you know. But I made a homemade caramel sauce to it. And yes, you could just have your banana cake, banana bread pancakes, and this caramel sauce to it.
Can I taste this?
Yeah, why not? You can. You see, it's giving it a bit of chocolatey
Yeah.
look. It now becomes, it looks like you've added cocoa into it, but no.
It
trust
tastes
me.
really good.
Trust me, it's just what you've put into it that is working the wonders.
Okay.
So this is like, I have patent on this. This is my invention.
Okay. So you invented this?
Yes.
So what's in the pan?
Just vegetable oil.
Okay.
Our-
That's sparingly.
Yes. You're not frying it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I always add, like, my vegetable oil has to be like, you know, I want to see it in the, but I can barely see anything on this one.
You're not frying, you're not exactly frying it, you know. You just want it there, you know, and this cooks for a bit.
But then I always think that the smaller the better. The smaller the pancakes, the better, because they look so cute. I like it when my pancakes
I'm
look
trying to
really
make,
cute.
I'm going to make smaller ones too. So
Oh, you're gonna make
the
smaller ones,
smaller
okay.
ones will sit on the bigger ones.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's quite interesting. All right.
Yes,
So
it's
we have
interesting.
our eggs.
Eggs, milk, for the wet ingredients,
Okay.
eggs, milk, the mashed bananas, your vanilla essence, everything in one place. While your dry ingredients, your flour, your salt, your sugar, your brown sugar, and
Salt,
baking,
sugar, brown sugar.
and your baking powder.
Is that brown sugar compulsory? What does the brown sugar do that the ordinary sugar cannot do?
Well,
Please.
eh?
What's the sugar going to do that
since
brown
you're
sugar
making
cannot do?
banana bread, yeah,
Can't you
you
just
you could just go all up with either white sugar, or you could go all up with brown sugar.
All
you know.
right. All right. While Beyonce is cooking up a song
You said Beyonce.
in here, yeah, Beyonce is cooking up a Beyonce. We'll take this quick break. We'll be right back. This is the Wake Up Nigeria.
You're welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.
And that, you know, those pancakes are really becoming quite enticing
Don't remind me now.
with the Cocoa Puffs inside.
I don't want the whole of Lagos to hear my stomach rumble. Now, Down syndrome is a genetic disorder caused by the presence or part of a third copy of the chromosome 21. It's typically associated with physical growth delays, characteristic facial features, and mild to moderate intellectual disability. The average IQ of a young adult with Down syndrome is 50, equivalent to the mental ability of an 8 or 9-year-old child. But this can vary widely. And to best introduce our guest,
You need to take a look at this feature, and we'll be right back.